The selection of Arctic Beverages as a finalist for the Donald N. Kendall Award is a momentous occasion in the history of Pepsi-Cola Canada. Arctic Beverages is owned by the Manitoba Tribal Council Investment Group, a group of Aboriginal bands across Manitoba.
The whole philosophy behind TCIG is if we're consuming it, why not buy it and buy it from ourselves?
We started with $25,000 from 7 of these tribal councils. We took a couple of years to go out and find a Pepsi bottling company, and that was really our first venture into the business world.
The business is run by non-Aboriginals, by white people if you want, all the way up until Alan became president. He changed the nature of that management team. That management team is now largely Aboriginal and highly successful.
Sam Anderson has had a remarkable career, and because we come from the same community, he realizes that the work he does has an impact in those communities.
First Nation person, we're very resilient people. We've gone through a lot in our lives that many people have not gone through. I grew up in a very small community, about 100 people, and we lacked role models. Now we have role models as doctors, businessmen, and all other facets of business. Dan Leonard is one of those individuals that can actually be a role model in his communities and can make a difference.
It's a very satisfying work environment where you know that when you come to work in the morning, even though you love your job, you know that you are doing things to improve the Aboriginal way of life in our province and our country.
We always say this to our leadership, our chiefs. If you buy Pepsi products, you're going to get a return back, a dividend back.
We're asking our people to support our company, and that is really helping drive our bottom line. Today, we've grown that little investment in Arctic Beverages to a multi-million-dollar operation. The challenges of our territory are immense. We have one of the largest geographic landmass territories in North America.
Getting the Pepsi to the customers is very important because we have a short window, and for that Pepsi to be affordable for our customers, we have to hit those windows. We have to deliver on the winter load. We have to deliver on the sea lift. That's the difference of our pop being $6, $7 to going up to, in some communities in the far north, up to $17, $18 for a 12-pack of Pepsi Cola.
Terry Brown comes from a background of the First Nations heritage, First Nations culture.
There's a natural preference with our First Nations demographic to consume Pepsi. They feel with the Tribal Council's investment group like they're giving back and they actually have an ownership stake there.
The Northern Store is probably the largest store in Aboriginal communities in Northern Canada. To be their partner is really important for us, because their customers are our shareholders.
The fact that Arctic Beverages is Aboriginally owned and operated has definitely been an asset to us and understanding who our customers are.
Churchill is a remote community in northern Manitoba. There's no roads coming in or out. The only way to access Churchill is train or plane. Within our community here in Churchill, Pepsi is as important as milk. One phone call and I have every product that I could want here within 1 week, whereas the competitor takes 10 to 12 days.
We have some logistical challenges, but Arctic Beverages has always gotten it done for us.
Most mining towns don't have a longevity. We've had it and the future looks great. A lot of people have raised their families here over the years, a lot of 2, 3, 4 generation families. We had the business for going on 34 years, sold Pepsi all that time, and we've grown along with Arctic Beverages. A lot of Pepsi-holics here, that's the word I like to say. In the north where you're not heavily populated, everybody knows everybody. When you live up here, it doesn't matter who you are or what you are. You have to rely on the other people to survive, and I think the young fellows from them to the managers, when they walk in, it's just like family.
Fundamental reason for Arctic Beverages' success is involvement in the community at a level that is virtually unheard of in any other bottler.
We're in beautiful Pagirawagan. It's a Cree word meaning the fishing spot. Altogether, there's 3,000 of us. We're all kind of stuck here in one spot. With the funding system the way it is, we have just barely enough to get by.
My granny used to smoke whitefish, walleye, moose, beaver. Everything I do is passed down from my granny and my grandpa.
With 90% unemployment, it's a tough go.
About 65% of the community is youth. There's 600 kids in that school, ranging from kindergarten all the way up to grade 12, who will be getting breakfast every morning, a hot breakfast.
This community program of feeding children before they go to school so that they have a full stomach, so they're not thinking about, basic necessities. They're thinking about the opportunities, the goals, their visions, their dreams. To make those a reality, you have to nourish the child, and that's what this program is going to do.
For the kids to receive breakfast at the school through the program, it'll make a world of difference.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It tastes good. It gives me a lot of energy.
That program, I think they have a fighting chance.
I don't have the braids and I don't have the traditional dress, but I do remember where I come from and I remember our humble beginnings. That's what this company is about.
Every day I go to work, I always say, well, I'm doing this for my grandkids, I'm doing this for my kids back home in my reservation.
We're doing our part to make it a better future for our people, for our children, and for the generations to come.